All right, y'all. I really want to discuss something that I've been seeing online. And shout out to the homie Wills and shout out to the homie Ox. Normally, I don't agree with a lot of their takes. I don't, but I respect the fact that they give them and they just real about it. But this is a take I'm going to agree with. Y'all need to quit acting like Nelly ain't that guy, or at least wasn't that guy. Okay. There's a lot of talk. I seen a video dude talking about, country grammar was in the ring for Nelly. You know, it had a couple of hit songs, but the rest was whack. Mind you, he has all New York gear on, so you probably didn't like Nelly. But guess what? The rest of the world did. I'm sorry, country grammar. I don't like the rest of Nelly's discography. I don't. I'm gonna be 100% real. Country grammar, front to back. I can run that joint front to back any day of the week. Nelly was that dude. And I even remember with my son, because a lot of it's mainly the younger generation that want to bring up Nelly as if he just wasn't that guy. But it's because y'all wasn't around, y'all didn't experience it. So I understand. Because I remember my son was talking to me one day and we were talking about the difference between streaming and buying, and he was like, well, XXX, he has a song that has over 1 billion streams. You really think someone like Nelly could have a song that... Yes, 100%. If streaming was around in the early 2000s when Nelly was popping, Nelly would have several songs that are over 1 billion streams. Absolutely, because you don't know how big that joker was. So even now, going to Spotify, and I want to put this in context. Nelly's first 2 albums dropped. One was in 2000 and the other one was in 2002, which means we were bumping Dilemma in like 2002, 2003 when it dropped and doing that. Spotify didn't become Spotify until like 2015. And 2015 is when Spotify really jumped off like that. So what I'm about to show you is only the streams that are on Spotify, not even the rest of the streaming services, but only on Spotify and only from 2015 to now. 724 million plays, and that's only from 2015 to now. In 2015, Nelly was out of popularity. People weren't really talking about him like that or anything. But even with that, Dilemma is still that high. In fact, hold on, wait. Let me show y'all something else. He is still in the top 325 most streamed artists in the world on Spotify. He ain't released nothing and I don't remember how long. And his run was really probably like 2000 to maybe 2007, maybe even longer than that. And he still got this by his name. There's rappers who came out recently who no longer have even ranked. They're not even ranked. This ain't even nowhere near they profile joint. But Nelly's is. Nelly, I'm gonna tell you this how crazy Nelly was and how popular he was. Back before streaming, when you actually had to go buy records, you had to go to the store and buy albums for it to count. That's important, for it to count. In a time where we had LimeWire, FrostWire, BearShare, torrent files, freaking Napster if you chose to pay. All of these things, right? All of these things where you can get music illegally, download it and sell it. You can go to the flea market and pay cheaper and all that stuff. Nelly was able to release 2 different albums at the same time and they both went platinum. And like I said, this isn't Spotify. This isn't you were paying a monthly fee. Oh, a new album dropped and I want to check it out. No, this was people going to the store to buy one album that cost $20 or maybe $15, or if you caught it at Best Buy that first week, $10. But most people were paying $20 when they went to certain stores. But this was people taking $40 to go buy 2 Nelly albums, and they both went platinum. People drove to the store to go buy these albums. 2 separate albums, not a double disc. This joker literally released 2 separate albums at the same time, and they both went platinum. Y'all just don't understand. Like I said, if y'all can talk trash and talk this, talk that about Nelly, but us that was around that time when Nelly was popping knows Nelly was that guy. Don't If you weren't around, you don't understand it. But Nelly was that dude. Okay, stop trying to front and act. Nah, fam. Nah, I'm not letting y'all talk about Nelly like that. Nelly was that dude. Regardless of how you feel about his discography. Popularity, he was one of the hottest rappers in the game, point blank, period. Feel how you want to feel about it.